right, tubers, Matt and Roy back with you guys once again. And I have absolutely no idea how long I'll be able to do this and if it will even work. But Mom and I are driving up to New York to help a family member recover from some surgery. This is a little bit earlier than we expected. We didn't really think this was going to happen quite yet. We were hoping to wait, another week or so, but unfortunately something happened that forced our hands and we had to actually go up this evening. I see Eric Brunhammer's there. Hey Eric, nice to see you. Charlie Lipinski. Hey Matt. Hello to yourself. Right now, the weather here is really bad. Actually, we are right outside. Where are we right now? Maryland. We're somewhere in Maryland right now. And the weather, it's thunder, lightning, and rain. Well, thank you. I will try to be safe. Eric Brunhammer said try to be safe out there. I know I am blurry. It's nighttime. This camera is having a hard time focusing, so we're going to do the best that we can here. What's happening right now is the light is changing really quickly. But other than that, let me know what you guys want to talk about. I'll let you guys know how this trip's going. I don't know how long we're going to be doing this for. We're going to just this is kind of an experiment at the moment. Actually, just stopped at Wawa to get some gas. Right now we're at a toll booth. Automatic. Oh, okay, cool. This was Easy Pass, so we didn't actually have to stop and pay our money. We have the little transponder there. Let's see what's going on. Hey Matt, are you all staying safe on the trip? Trying to. The weather is not really cooperating with us right now. If you see in the background there, you can actually see the lightning. Oh yeah. You guys can see the flashes. That is the lightning, by the way. Woo! That was a big bolt right there. So, it's probably going to be another, let's see, we're supposed to get to our destination around 1 o'clock. We're actually not going to make it to Rochester tonight. That'll actually be tomorrow morning. We're going to stay at my uncle's place right outside of Binghamton, and then we're going to get some sleep, get bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We're going to get up to Rochester, which is about another 2.5, maybe 3 hours from there. So I'm not going to quite make it there tonight, but at least we're going to be close. Chris Garrett, hey Matt, we need the rain in Georgia. Yeah, I heard you guys are really starving for rain right now. Eric Brunhammer, luckily my camper is staying dry inside. That's a good thing. I was a little concerned about that. I know you had some issues with that a while back, but with all the rain we've had, if it's dry now, you should be good for a long time. Hopefully you don't have any leaks developing in there over time. All right, got 9 watchers and 1 like. That's awesome for something that's just totally spontaneous. Let's see what we got here. State law, no texting and no handheld cell phones. Well, luckily, I'm not driving. I've actually had my time. Jake Cash, Matt, what do you recommend to do when starting up a gaming variety YouTube channel? Promotion. That's the key. I mean, you want to promote on all the other sites. Like when I do a video like this, I promote it on usually on Google Plus, Pinterest. What am I thinking here? Twitter. I don't really do like the Reddit or the Instagram thing, but if you promote it on all those different social media venues, you almost can't go wrong, especially if you have good content. Let's try something here. Now, I opened up the glove box to try to give you guys a little more light here. I know it gets dark at times. Eric Brunhammer, I mean, for a $400 junkyard, what is a thrift store for car parts camper? It's a really good score. Yeah. I mean, that's really cool. I thought originally you told me you paid $500. $400 is even better. You didn't have to do, I don't think you had to do a lot of work to that either, did you? I mean, I know you did a few things to it, but it's just a regular pop-up camper. The only thing is, I know you told me you didn't have a bathroom. That would definitely come in handy for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Eddie Rabbit, I love a rainy night. Need to play that. Chris Garrett, yeah. Oh, I love a rainy night. Da 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 da. Yeah, I remember that song from a while back. Wow, I'm like totally dark here. Let me try something. Hopefully Mom doesn't mind that being on for a few minutes. You good so far?
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out. I just turned the light on and just the one little dome light on. It is still pretty nasty out there. Okay, wow, did you guys see that lightning bolt back there? I know I'm going to get a few likes for that. You guys love storm-related stuff, I know it. Everything, Eric Brunhammer, mostly everything I've done was just to just for added comfort. Yeah, I mean, that was a great score. I think someday I'd like to have just a nice little pop-up that I can take to a small campground and kind of rough it. The trail we have is nice, but let's face it, it's like an apartment on wheels. Oh, such a good singing voice, Anja Mallory. Well, thank you. I think so. A lot of people think so, but I'm like one of the rest when it comes to singing. It's funny. Everybody out there I know has at least a decent singing voice, and it's so hard to get into that field nowadays. Eric Brunhammer, I was pissed when a Sanyo tape deck ate my Eddie Rabbit cassette of that had the song on it when I was 13 or 14. I lost a few cassettes to an old Sanyo boombox back in the day, dual cassette with AM/FM radio. I remember that was my first deck that actually had high-speed dubbing, and I used it a few times, mainly just for dubbing voice cassettes. Because when you would dub audio cassettes at high speed, they would just sound awful. Chris Garrett said he used to be scared of lightning. Fun fact about lightning, your safest place to be is in an automobile, because lightning will, if it ever hits the car, will go right down to the rubber tires. It's like it is like a lightning rod, but it'll actually dissipate because the tires are made out of rubber. So believe it or not, you're actually safer in your car than you are, say, in your house. I'm actually shocked this is working well. Especially considering I'm sure I'm bouncing from cell tower to cell tower at this point. Eric, it was a Sanyo boombox with the separatable speakers. Yeah, mine wasn't quite that advanced. Mine was the smaller one, but I know what you're talking about. It was probably either silver and gray, probably a silver face with a gray body on it. Yeah, I remember those too. I never had a Sanyo version. I had a Toshiba that was like that back in the day. One that I got that was a really fancy one. It actually had Dolby noise reduction, and I think it had separate switches for normal and metal tapes and chromium tapes too. It's actually a really, really nice boombox. I don't even remember what happened to that. I think I actually wore it out. I played my Weird Al Yankovic in 3D tape too much in it. Yeah, just my little sense of humor there. But I'm not kidding. I was a Weird Al fanatic back in the day. Chris Garrett, I work at a grocery store. A manager and me argued if it was safe or unsafe to take groceries out in lightning. Well, I guess it would depend on what you had around you. If you have a lot of trees around you, then you're safe, because lightning is going to strike the tallest thing. In that case, it would be a tree. But if you're somewhere like in the Midwest or in like Arizona and there's nothing else out there, you're the tallest person, then I would say no, because chances are you're going to get hit by lightning. Though I bet they don't get a lot of lightning in Arizona. You told them you were not going out in the rain. Well, that would be your prerogative, I think. If you were carrying groceries to a car, would you want to be out in the rain or lightning, just carrying
I'd run to the car.
Yeah, me too. Carrying customers' groceries, at least. Man, I know this camera, I tell you, I am not that impressed with the front-facing camera on this Samsung Galaxy yet. It does not want to keep focus. gonna have to see. Hopefully, they're gonna fix that. I heard there's gonna be a software update or a firmware update for that.
Talk about
Yeah.
a rainbow.
Oh yes. Oh, you guys will
DC.
love this. Because of traffic, they had to reroute us from 95. Well, actually, we were supposed to go 495, but they rerouted us 95 to basically going through the middle of DC. It was the Parkway, the DC Parkway, and that's when we hit the really, really bad storm. And as soon as it ended, there was a giant rainbow that actually went almost basically to the ground up, and it curved right towards which I guess would have been east. And it was like right in the middle of DC. It was gorgeous. I wanted to get a picture of it, but I was driving at the time, and I couldn't get my cell phone out.
Lasted at least an hour.
Yeah, I would say it was an hour. Mom was looking at it, and it finally ended up behind us, but it was absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could have gotten a picture of that. You guys would have really freaked for that. Charlie Lipinski's got to go to bed. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Have a good night. And guess what? I got my cup of coffee from Wawa. Hey, Eric. Cheers. Oh, put a little too much Irish cream in that, though. A little too sweet. But you know what? I actually need that for tonight because I'm probably going to be driving in a little bit because Mom's having a hard time with the rain and the dark. So, yeah, a little bit. Not too bad. Oh, that lightning is really going crazy out there. It's dark. Yeah, it is very dark. As a matter of fact, there are no real street lights right here either. So the only light you're getting is from this little dome light. And it's actually doing a decent job, too. Oh, wow. Charlie Pincy's got to go to work at 5 a.m. I feel you. Yeah. When I worked at Sonic, I used to have to get up at about 5 a.m. to get in there around 6 because I used to do prep work. I used to prep the onions for the onion rings in the morning and then actually make them like around 8 a.m. I used to have to cut the lemons and the limes. Oh, that was not fun at all. PPR 7997 Gsboro, how much data you got? I have unlimited. I have AT&T's unlimited plan, so doesn't matter. But the caveat to that is it's only at 3 megabits per second up and down. But for this kind of live streaming, that's usually just fine. Eric Brunhammer, I'm not sure how much longer I'll be up since I want to get up early enough to get up and pack up and go home. I want to get home before Rebecca goes to work. I'm assuming you meant work, even though you wrote worm. Yeah, definitely go to bed early. Don't feel like you have to stay here on my account. We've got 21 watchers. Wow, I can't believe that for an unscheduled live stream. But only 4 likes. Come on, guys. Give me a few more likes here. Taking the hot rod Lincoln to New York. Yep, definitely. This is the 2003. This is Mom's car. We were going to take my van originally, but we didn't want to put a lot of miles on it, and we just put new tires on the Lincoln, so it was kind of a no-brainer at that point. Have Q. If you need to make up at 6 a.m., what time do you recommend to go to sleep? Oh, wake up at 6 a.m. What time do you recommend to go to sleep? Well, if that was me, I'd have to go to bed around 10 because I really like my 8 hours of sleep, but I know some people can get by with 4 or 5. Eric, I know you don't always need as much sleep as I do. Just checking the GPS here. We're still on 95 for now. Have Q in Long Island right now. It's pouring and thundering. Same here. I would figure right now we're probably near the Pennsylvania border, closer to Plymouth Meeting right now, so Philly area. Eric Brunhammer goes, not to be rude, but it sounds like those wiper blades are way past their prime.
They're fairly new.
They are fairly new, but they're those Rain-X ones, and I'm not a big fan of Rain-X wipers. I always have this problem with them. I always go for the cheaper ones. Dad did it the last time I think 2 times before we got the oil changed. They might just be getting hard. Sometimes the rubber gets hard and it causes that, so Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll get him changed while we're up there. How close am I to the destination? Let me see, 1, 2, 3. About 3.5, 4 hours right now. So we're not going to get there till after 1 a.m. at this point. Yeah. Yeah, everybody says new blades. I think you need one. Eric goes, I hate those Rain-X blades. Bosch's are better. Yeah, any of them. I usually use the AutoZone generic brand. They always seem to work very well. Be safe out there. Stephen Barber, please drive safe. We are. We are. We're not driving too fast. The rain is actually let up a bit right now. Chris Bartlett goes, I buy the cheapest ones at about $20. Your wiper blades. Wow, that's actually expensive for me. When I got my wiper blades replaced on my Lincoln the last time, I think I paid like $8 for them. I got like the cheapest of the cheap. And they work just fine. I mean, you have to replace them a little more often. Like I got those replaced every 2 years or so, but they cleared the windows and they never had this squeaking sound like these do. The Duralast ones work good, but I have found that they don't last very long. Now that's the ones that I purchased for my rear window on my van, which I figured is fine because I don't even always use my rear windshield wipers even when it does rain. So we'll see how long they hold up. If they don't, I might get a slightly better brand next time. In Michigan, we find we need to swap them out twice a year, definitely before winter and usually in the spring, summer. Yeah, and I bet that's due to the fact that you have the drastic temperature changes, and rubber does not like that when you go from cold to hot, hot to cold. Okay, we're just staying on I-95. I'm making sure I help Mom here because this is kind of a different way that we usually go up. Usually we would have hit 476, the Pennsylvania Turnpike by now. But what happened was the new GPS we have has the traffic app, and it determined that there was a lot of traffic that way. So it actually is keeping us on 95 a little bit longer this time. I know, right? On 95, usually you try to avoid 95.
Keep left on I-95.
We're good. We're good for right now. 17 watchers, 7 likes. All right. Chris Bartlett wrote, I'd use mine today. The darn birds crapped on the back window. Big one. Yeah, some of the birds like to do that. I've had a few on my rear windshield for sure. Luckily, my van actually has it. The town cars don't even have rear windshield wipers.
Continue 9.9 miles on I-95.
Okay. Yeah, my data warning is going off, but that's fine. I know I have unlimited data. Do I recommend going to college? Well, that is kind of a loaded question. Exactly. It really does. It depends on what you want to do. Do I recommend you going into massive debt to go to college? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, if you ever watch Dave Ramsey, he literally preaches not doing that. Certain jobs you're better going to trade school. Other jobs you really don't even need college at all. Again, it just really depends on what you're going to do. Eric Bernheimer recommends tech school, which I actually did go to tech school, believe it or not. I actually went to college and tech school, and it worked for me. Just do what works for you is the best thing I can say. What else we got here? I know I'm missing a lot of these. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard when the car's bouncing up and down. Okay, I guess I pretty much got everybody's questions there. Looks like the storm's letting up a bit. Cars are driving really fast, though. In the slow lane, they're going faster. We're going 66 right now, and these cars got to be doing 75, 80.
They're not going around me, though. They've just been in that lane.
Yeah, that's odd. You know what we always say, though? if I'm passing you on the right, you're in the wrong lane. And I'm not the only one that says that. A lot of people do, actually.
I can follow the yellow line better than the other ones.
That's true. That's why. That's an interesting point. She says she's in the fast lane because it's easier to see the yellow line, and the yellow line is only in the fast lane. Woo! Got a big bump there.
All right.
Only in the U.S., man. Yeah, I know. That's a nod to how bad our infrastructure is right now. Hopefully, the current administration will do something about that, but I'm not holding my breath at this point. Or Canada. Yeah, but I've heard that even the Canadian roads are a little bit better than ours right now. Years ago, when we used to visit my family in Quebec, at least, their roads were always pretty good, wouldn't you say? I never had a lot of problems. Though, in all fairness, that was actually the first real pothole I think we've come across this whole trip. Though I know it's going to get bad in Pennsylvania. And Eric, I know he's going to say something when I say this, but Pennsylvania has some of the worst roads, especially their highways, that I've ever seen. Pothole City, Interstate 81, 476 to a lesser extent.
I got bad weather.
That's true. I mean, the weather plays a part, but I'm sure they don't have the way to fix it like they should. When I was on Vancouver Island, the roads were not great. That Eric Brunhammer said that. Huh. Well, an island, you get a lot of the salt and sea air. I'm sure they have to replace their roads quite often or resurface them. Havq, you should see Long Island's roads. You know, how were they when you were young? Mom was born in Long Island.
I don't remember. It was too long ago.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, there's Eric's comment about Pennsylvania roads. Yeah, they do. They absolutely suck. Where was she living? Levittown. But that was only for a few years. What?
9 years.
9 years.
Almost 10 years.
Oh, okay. I'd love to go see. I've seen pictures of her house. It doesn't look at all like it did before. NWS Storm Chaser. Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad you came. I'm doing as well as to be expected for somebody who's got to pretty much stay up all night, which I do not like doing unless I absolutely have to. Havq lives in Plainview Old Bethpage area.
I've heard of Old Bethpage, but
You ever been there? It's been a long time since Mom has been to Long Island, so she may not know all of the areas.
Well, I remember. I heard of Bethpage. I know it's there, but I don't know exactly where.
NWS Storm Chaser, be careful of deer. Not a big concern where we are right now, but when we get into northern Pennsylvania and heading towards New York, yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for deer, that's for sure. Okay, guys, I know for whatever reason, probably my internet connection, the comments aren't coming as fast as they were. There we go. NWS Storm Chaser, I'm up till 2:30 a.m. my time. I will, definitely. Foot surgery.
What's her name?
Let me know if you can what her name is, but we will pray.
Or first.
Gotta love AT&T. Yeah, you know what? It does well usually. I'll be honest with you. I don't usually have a lot of problems with it. I should be back up in a minute. If you guys aren't getting it, just wait a minute. I saw about 5 people dropped off when the connection dropped. Bam, and he's back. Awesome. Okay, we are back online. Yeah. Like I said, it's just going to be a problem. Hey, Matt, are you going to Rochester? We are. Yes. Matter of fact, that's where we got to end up. Not tonight though. That won't be until tomorrow sometime. Hopefully, I can actually get some sleep tonight. I probably shouldn't be drinking all this coffee, but just in case I need to take over for Mom, I want to be alert.
Where am I going?
2.3 miles. Looks like you're staying on 95 for right now. Yeah, Wilmington, Philadelphia. Yes, we are. We're seeing
That's the
family.
bridge. Delaware Memorial is the bridge I was thinking of.
Okay, that's it. Or does that mean we're close to the Delaware Memorial?
I don't know, but that's the bridge we usually go over.
We might be close to Delaware Memorial Bridge. Where's my dad? Dad stayed home. Dad could not make it for this trip. He had to take care of the cats, and he had some other things he had to do. Why am I going there? Yes, it is personal. All I want to say about it right now is we're going to be helping a family member recover from some surgery. So should be gone for a little over a week to 2 weeks. We're kind of just playing it by ear right now. Eric Brenhammer. I can't read it, I'm sorry. About 2 minutes from... Okay. I'm really close. Apparently, I'm really close to his house. I've never actually been to your house before, so I never knew where it was. Yeah, you're gonna keep left. Yeah, you're good. You stay left on 95, 495. It's crazy. There's so many different 95s you have to transition to. We start at 295, then we go to 495, and then we go to sometimes 695, and then you go back to 495 before you actually get to, what is it, 476, the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Thank you, Chris. Chris Bartlett says, have good luck on the trip.
Keep left onto I-95.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys not prying too much. My family likes the privacy, and I don't want to call anybody out, and I don't want to put any information out there that I don't have to. You're good.
Yeah,
You're good. Yeah.
Drive 1.3 miles. Then keep right onto I-495 north.
Come visit Michigan sometimes. It was 80 degrees earlier. Wow. This week. And it gets, let me see, I get to run 25K.
I-495 north.
And this is PPR 7997 and rain. Man, I would love to get to do that sometime. Yep, you're clear. I'd love to be able to run a 25K sometime. I think I could do a 5K right now. 25K, not quite yet. Need to lose about another 20 pounds, I think. Yeah, you got it, Eric. Eric says probably going to take you up the Turnpike. That's exactly what it's going to do, I think. I still got 17 watchers, up to 18. Awesome. We are doing really well right now. Chris Barr, I live about 8,000 kilometers away, and I'm looking after my mom. She is 92 and fell over and is in the hospital. She broke her arm. Oh, I hope she feels better. Please look after Chris Bartlett's mom, and everybody out there that's a Christian or anybody willing to pray, please pray for his mother. Stephen Barber lives in Michigan. It's been raining nonstop. Man, it's like raining everywhere. 15 miles more on 95.
Drive 15 miles on I-495 north.
495.
It's interesting. I wonder why it says 95.
I don't know. It said 495 back there.
That's weird. Oh well. Yeah. The GPS actually has the latest updates. This GPS I got brand new from the CHKD a few months ago. They had a couple of them. We got 2 of them. But they're from 2011. So I actually hooked them up to the computer and updated because they came with unlimited free map updates. So as of a month ago, this has the latest maps. Have Q, who is your favorite modern day musician? Oh boy, that's a hard one. I really don't like a lot of modern music. My favorite musician is Joni Mitchell. I absolutely love Joni Mitchell, but modern day,
I don't know anybody.
Maybe John Mayer. I do like John Mayer. I like that kind of smooth, jazzy type folk music. But yeah, modern, I have to say probably John Mayer. Is that lightning? Oh yes. Matter of fact, it's actually calming down now. But right before I started this live stream, lightning was going crazy. It is a pretty big storm. Luckily it's not severe, but it's over a pretty wide area. guys can still see me. The comments are slow right now, so that makes me think that my connection is slow. Ruben says, it was 79 degrees in California. Oof. That's good for me. I can take 79. Anything really 85 and under. When you start getting that 86 to 90 degree mark, it's too hot for me.
That depends on the humidity too, though.
That's true. The humidity plays a big part. Andrea Mallory, we had a decent-sized hail in southern Pennsylvania around 6 tonight. It was crazy, along with thunder and lightning.
Yeah,
Our friend Pam lives in Biglerville,
not too
Pennsylvania.
far from, Gettysburg.
And she put it on Facebook. If you live near there, they had really bad hail too. Yeah, must have been a whole thing in southern Pennsylvania. 95 and hot in Oklahoma today. Had to move houses. Ooh, 95 degrees. That was Steve Seacle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I couldn't do that in 95 degree weather. Maybe if the humidity was down to like 20 or 30%, but I'm assuming it probably wasn't in your case. Oh, Tyler's here. Hey, Tyler. Thanks for being able to come today. 48 here, cold and rainy. Yeah, you're still in that cool belt right now. 48, South Dakota. It is 65 right here for those of you that are interested. I still have no idea exactly where we are. We're probably right near the Pennsylvania border right now. Yeah, I can tell because we're going over a little bridge and there is a lot of mining, and actually that looks like an oil refinery. So yeah, I would say we're getting near Pennsylvania at this point.
Delaware border.
Cold in South Australia, rain and sunny. Sometimes it's winter here was 12 Celsius. I know that's cold. I know that's pretty cold. Last night it was cold for here. Yeah, I wonder, I know you guys have similar temperatures to our area, but I know it can definitely get cold, especially where you live.
Is it reverse in Australia? It's winter there.
Yeah, it is.
It's winter.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is winter there, I believe.
Or close to.
I like old country and western, real cowboy music from the 40s. And that was Chris Garrett. I don't think I've ever listened to, well, maybe some bluegrass. I think some of the bluegrass I've listened to is probably from that 40s, 50s era. Let me see what we got going on here. Still got 10 miles.
25 to Philadelphia.
Yep, 25 miles to Philadelphia at this point. We're going for 33 minutes, and I'm actually surprised it lasted this long. Wow. Oh my gosh, Chris Garrett goes, Roy Rogers. You are right. This is the only area that I know of that they still have Roy Rogers. It's like the southern Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland area.
We used to have one in our hometown.
Yeah, we used to live in New York. They had one, but all the ones in New York were bought and taken over by Wendy's. Have you ever smoked weed? No, I haven't. I've never done drugs of any type. Don't really plan to either. I like to be in control, and I don't think I'd like the effects it would. I don't think I'd like what it would do to my body. Winter in the southern hemisphere? Nah, it is fall in the fall. It's fall.
It's fall. Okay.
Oh, he meant Roy Rogers, the singer. I got you.
Oh.
But it's interesting that came up because I always think Rogers, the restaurant, when we're in this area. Because one time I'd like to go back and get one of their burgers.
It's been on Antenna TV.
Mm-hmm. It has?
Yeah,
the show?
I've been watching it, yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll have to see that. See, Mom stays up later than I do. I'm usually a zombie. I usually fall asleep by like 11. Mom sometimes up, 12? 1 o'clock? Yeah.
I know where we are. I recognize that. We're outside.
Where are we?
That's right outside of it.
We are outside Philly. I recognize the commuter train right there.
So we just passed Newcastle not far back.
Yep.
So we're probably in Delaware.
We're probably in either in Delaware or Maryland. We're still in Maryland at the moment. It says I'm cutting out. Am I back yet, guys? Let me know if you guys can hear and see me. Have you ever tried Fortnite? No, I'm not much of a modern day gamer myself. I like the classics. I'm back. Excellent. Again, I'm actually surprised that it's not cutting out more than this, to be honest with you. Oh, that's right. Eric Brunhammer works in Newcastle.
Yeah.
We got to meet sometime. I was hoping to go to the flea market, maybe on the way back.
Maybe.
Because we got to go that way anyway. Chris Garrett's in a sarcastic mood. Okay. Well, 10 o'clock at night, I think I would be too. Very interesting, though, having all these watchers this late at night. I didn't think you guys would be up, but heck, you know what? I know a lot of people are night owls. The night owl. I'm thinking about that song from the Little River Band. It's a call of the night owl, something like that. There's Newcastle in Australia. It's near Sydney. Interesting. Eric Brunhammer generally prefer nights. Yeah, I used to be able to stay awake till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Now by 11 o'clock, I think my melatonin kicks in or something. My natural melatonin. I'm just like,
Look at all the steps you do.
that's true. Believe it or not, with all the stuff I do, I still got over 20,000 steps, even though the majority of the evening when I'd usually be exercising was spent in the car. All right, I know you checked yours. What did you get?
13.
Hey, Mom got to 13,000 steps. That's pretty darn good for her. No storms in California. You guys have nice weather out there. Except I wouldn't want the earthquakes. That's the one thing that would scare me.
Or the fires.
Or the fires. No, here we've had earthquakes in our area before, and of course we have the hurricanes we got to watch out for. Gunther 8544. Do you or your mom listen to Gordon Lightfoot? Rainy Day People would be perfect song for the current conditions. I don't think I ever have. You ever listened to Gordon Lightfoot?
Yeah, I've listened to it. I don't remember what he sings, but the name's familiar.
I may have. I probably have heard it on the radio a time or two. Oh, Elizabeth LaForte. We got our third kitty this past weekend. His name is Christopher. Sunday. Our cat family is now complete. He was a gift for our 2 current cats. One cat is 8 but still acts like a kitten. Oh, that's
What color?
cute.
What color?
Oh yeah, let us know what color.
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute, here we go. Other cat is 10 and ready to just relax and not be bothered. Yeah, that's about the time they really start getting lazy. Though cats can live to be 25 or 30, though never our cats. We have never had a cat live past 15. I think Simon was 15
Close to it, yeah.
when we had put him to sleep. Most of our cats only make it to like 10 or 12, and it's always been, for the most part, kidney issues. So I don't know. We always did well by them. We always gave them clean water. We tried to give them good food. I don't know. Just our luck, I guess. Xbox Fanatic 2001. Have you listened to rock and roll music? Oh, a lot of times. My dad early on introduced me to the Rolling Stones, and I like them, but I actually prefer the Who. I know you're usually in 2 categories with classic rock, either like Rolling Stones or the Who, and my dad prefers the Rolling Stones, but I prefer the Who. Let's see what we got going on here. Elizabeth LaForte. Oh, he's a tuxedo cat, like Milo.
Like Milo.
Milo's a tuxedo.
Cute.
That is cute. You got to watch it. Tuxedo cats can tend to have a mean streak in them. I'll be honest with you. With a half mustache, so it's kind of like this side probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that out loud, but I kind of figured. Chris Barlow, probably something in the cat food. Even here, cats die of kidney problems. I wouldn't be surprised, and I've actually stepped up the game. I still give my cats the cheaper wet food because that's what they like the Friskies or the Nine Lives. But when it comes to the dry food, I usually give them the grain-free. Usually it's the PetSmart, Petco, Blue Gold or Gold, something Gold brand. I stepped it up. It's late, guys. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of it, but hopefully that'll make them live just a little bit longer. Sundown and the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald are two of Lightfoot's most popular. I remember the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I'm not sure if I've ever heard Sundown before, though. Xbox Fanatic 2001. Have you ever wore a tuxedo before? Only once.
2.9 miles. Keep left on I-95.
Keep left.
95? I thought we're on 476.
No, not quite yet.
Oh, I thought we are.
Sorry, I got to help Mom with directions here. That's okay. Still a good question. I only wore it once, and I think that was to a school dance years ago. It was either that or one of my choir's competitions. But I usually wear suits to formal occasions. No, you're good. Philly. We're there. We're going the right way.
I thought we were already in 476.
God willing, and the sun shines tomorrow, we'll get there in one piece. Eric Brenner goes, based on your network outages, he thinks he knows where I am. Because this is Eric Brenner's domain. Yeah, this is his neck of the woods.
Miles. Then take exit 7.
There you go. Plymouth meeting. Okay, Eric. We are 2.6 miles away from exit 7. Plymouth meeting, if that answers your question. I need a CB radio, Chris Garrett said. Yeah, I don't think there'd be a place to put it in. Not in this modern car. There's too many little cup holders and little storage areas. There kind of isn't a place to put one. 19 watchers and 13 likes. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know if this would even work, to be honest with you. Let's see. Tom Wild asks, do I miss my town car? There are times that I do. I like my Chrysler Town & Country, don't get me wrong, but the town car was a luxury vehicle. I could get in that, sitting there, drive in the country, take a drive in the country, and just relax. My Chrysler Town & Country is more of a work vehicle. So, yeah, to answer your question, there are definitely times I miss it. Yeah, Eric Bramber goes, he doesn't do the Philly area. I don't go into downtown Philly. We have to travel on the highway, but yeah, too dangerous, especially at nighttime. Rumus, I thought you were going to bring the Chrysler Town & Country.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it right there, 1 mile. I had considered it, but I didn't want to put the mileage on it, and to be honest with you, there really wasn't a need because I don't plan on making any big purchases up here. So we decided just to take the town car. Plus, the town car has brand new tires on it,
8.9 miles.
Which in hindsight is a good thing because with all this rain.
North.
Yep, we're here. We're on 476, so we'll be on here pretty much for the rest of the time.
Until we get to an 80.
Yeah. Philadelphia, yeah, we are basically in the outskirts of Philadelphia right now. Plymouth meeting, actually, to be precise. Interstate 476, we're about to turn on there right now. Ruben asks, how are my cats doing? They're doing really well.
7, on right.
I felt so bad because we rushed out of the house so fast that I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to my kitties. I did say goodbye to Dad, which is the most important thing, but I did not get a chance to say goodbye to the kitties, and I know they're going to miss us. But you know what? That's okay. They'll see us soon enough. Bax will be really affectionate.
5 miles, then keep left onto I-476 North.
Eric Brenheimer goes, I like the Envoy because I can still do I can do trips with it,
8.3
and it's still a
miles.
good daily
Keep left onto
driver.
I-476 north.
Hang on, I'm going to wait till this thing stops talking. Okay. I just had to wait till that thing would quiet up a little bit. When I drive, I usually turn the audio
Keep left
down.
onto I-476 north.
Chris Garrett, I got a CB radio from Goodwill
Drive
a few
16 miles
years
on
ago.
I-476 north.
Hooked it up, and every other channel had a continuous broadcast about the Sasquatch alert. I'm not kidding. Oh yeah, that was when they had all those shows about finding Sasquatch. Yeah, I remember that. Give me a sec, guys. We're bouncing up and down, so it's really hard to hear to read comments at this point. Stephen Barr, my first car was a Toyota 4Runner, something that means business and doesn't break down. You like Toyota? 4Runner is really nice, especially the mid 2000s ones, from what I understand, were the best models to get. The 1995 being the most desirable. Yeah, if it's a Toyota, it's pretty much not going to break down at all. But the reason I buy American is my father is a mechanic, and he can fix the American cars, whereas the foreign cars, he's not as good with them. So he basically told me early on, if you buy a foreign car, you're going to be taking your vehicle into service departments to get everything done. But if you buy an American vehicle, I can do the work. And I said, that's fine. I'll stick with an American car then.
I would get the tools.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of the tools to work on the foreign cars, except for Hondas. He can work on Hondas. Ruben says you're going 467 to 81 and I-90. No, just 476 to 81. We're taking 81 pretty much to our destination. All right, we got 15 watchers and 14 thumbs up. Is there anything you want to say?
I don't think so.
No, we're doing pretty good here. Actually, when I stopped at Wawa, I got myself, this has got to be the most disappointing thing I've ever had. Went to Wawa, and I got they had like a special, a junior, a shorty sub, and a soup for $5.99. So I got a chicken salad sub. I asked them to put lettuce and tomato on it because I love chicken salad. I didn't realize that they actually cut up cucumber in their chicken salad. I cannot stand cucumber. I ate it because I was hungry, but man, was I disappointed. Eric, let me know if the Wawa's near you. Eric Brenheimer's a big Wawa fan. Let me know if the ones near you put cucumber in their chicken salad. I have never heard of any place cutting up cucumber in chicken salad. That just turned me right off, to be honest with you. Stephen Barr, my family is for GM, and I said no thanks. Yeah, to each his own. I mean, if you like Toyotas, stick with them. I am not a big General Motors fan myself. I have had some General Motors. My first car was a Monte Carlo, a 1987 Chevy Monte Carlo, which my dad got for a couple $100 from his work and never had second gear. But you know what? I'm not complaining. It got me from A to B. And my short wasn't celery, positive. I know for a fact that was cucumber because I can taste cucumber. Even the smell of cucumber actually makes me nauseous. Eric Brenner goes, I generally don't eat Wawa's food, just drink their tea. Yeah, but I hope you're good. You told me you're going to stop drinking that stuff. I'm going to get on your case about that too, because I agree with you that their tea is good, but it is full of sugar. Got to get off that stuff, man. 17 watchers and 15 likes. That is awesome. Stephen Barber, cucumbers make me sick also. You know what? It's one of the few vegetables I don't like. I mean, I like Brussels sprouts. I like cauliflower. I like, what is the other one? Broccoli's okay.
Squash,
Summer squash. I like, What else? Pretty much every other vegetable you can think of. Carrots, turnips. I love them all, but cucumber, just the taste of it does something to me. Even the smell of it.
Your dad loves it.
Yes, he does. My dad does cucumber salad with like onions in the summer. I can't even be near him when he eats it. Gunther 8544. My Buick has a great engine, but many electrical issues. You must have something like a Buick Century or a LeSabre, because my Buick was very similar. I had a LeSabre, and it had the 3800 in it, great engine, but I had some weird electrical issues with that too, specifically with the gauge cluster would go haywire.
What about my favorite car? My Buick.
Oh yeah,
That
Mom.
was my favorite car.
What was your favorite car?
My Buick Park Avenue.
Mom liked the Buick Park Avenue.
Best car I ever had.
The 1998 Buick Park Avenue. It wasn't the Ultra, but it was nicely specced out. It had leather seats, heated seats. What else did it have? It had the garage door controls. It was nice.
It was a good driving car.
We loved it, but what happened was it got too old. It got
the interior started to fall apart.
The interior really fell apart, and it was having some electrical issues like
the
yours.
paint. We had to have it repainted.
We did.
It looked like a zebra.
That's right. It did. It started getting specced. That year, the '98, the GM had some paint issues, and the paint didn't adhere properly. It was a Buick Century. I figured it was something like that. Now, I think that was the first thing I said. Chris Garrett, I did get a pizza tonight and did have a Coke. Oh, that actually sounds good. You've been wanting pizza too, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, mom's been dying for pizza. We've been trying to be good. Actually, today I didn't do. I did okay, but I actually ate out twice today. We ate out right before we left because we didn't have time to do anything but pack the car and leave. But I did all right. I had we went to this place called Village Inn, and I had pancakes, 2 eggs, and 2 sausage links. I didn't even eat all the sausage or eggs. I kind of realized that we were going to be eating out more being on the trip, so that's why I was so good the previous couple of weeks. But I was going to say this in the vlog today, but I decided not to do a vlog. I actually deleted a little bit of footage that I had, but I'll give you guys an update. I went to the doctor about a week ago, and I had him draw labs because I wanted to see how I was doing with the diet. And I got the results back now, and they were better than even my wildest dreams. The only thing that was a little bit out of range was my LDL cholesterol. Now, here's the funny thing. The LDL cholesterol, they basically want to see you at around 100 is where they would like to see you. Well, mine was 102, so I am like right on the cusp of that. People that are technically diabetic, they want to see it a little bit lower than that, like around this 80 or 70 or 80 range. But I got my A1C back. For those of you that are diabetic, I know I've talked about this before, the A1C is the test that measures your blood sugar over the past 3 months. Now bear in mind, I have not taken any medication to control my blood sugar since November, so that's what? December, January, February, March, April, May. So this A1C has been without any medication, and it came back at a 5.3, which is actually in the normal range. I kid you not, when my doctor came in, he didn't know what to say because he said he had never seen anybody reverse it that much. Bearing in mind that just about a year ago, I had an A1C of about 7.8. So it's phenomenal, and I hope this is really resonating with you guys out there that are trying to do the same thing as me. You can do it, and I've talked about this before. Diet and exercise is key. Just little baby steps. Start with your diet. Cut back on the bad stuff. Don't eat late at night. Eat your biggest meal in the morning, and then progressively eat less and less as the day goes on. And as you start losing that weight, chances are, no matter, even if you have some physical ailments, when you lose that weight, you're going to be able to get more mobile. And as you get more mobile, try to add some exercise into that as well. And it'll come. I mean, if somebody like me can do it, you can ask Mom, is a very weak-willed person by nature. and I was able to do it, you guys can do it too. Believe me. Chris Bartlett, very good. I'm a diabetic, but my cholesterol is very low. That's important. That really is, because generally diabetes and cholesterol go hand in hand. And I'm actually lucky in the sense that the rest of my cholesterol is fine. I think my overall was 155, and my good cholesterol is high too. But that is very good. If you can keep your cholesterol in check, then pretty much everything else will fix itself. Eric Brennemer goes, not even going to lie, I didn't get much exercise today. Well, you're on vacation, so that's fine, dude. I mean, you got to take a break once in a while. I'm going to take a few days off, believe me. I'm going to get my exercise in while I'm up here, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to be pushing as much as I do when I'm at home. I don't need to, and my body needs that rest period. And I think Mom probably agrees with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. 4.2 miles, and then we're doing something here. Whew. You know what? What in the world's going on here?
81, man.
There we go. You know what I did? I forgot my cell phone is turned around. Usually I have the camera facing left. I'm facing right because I'm charging the phone at the same time. Yeah, that charger's getting pretty hot because it's drawing some current trying to do this live stream. 15 watchers and 16 likes. Unreal. Heading to bed. Y'all have a safe trip. PPR 7997. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Oh, Mom says thank you.
Tight.
But I'll do this for a few more minutes. But I kind of got to readjust here. Oh. Tell you, the worst thing on long trips is having to sit for any length of time, especially when I've lost weight in the gluteus maximus portion of my body. Well, I could say the other word, but it's not really ladylike or gentlemanly-like. I am checking the NWS Newport NC page right now. Okay, yeah, let me know what it says. Believe me, I'd like to know. It's awesome. Ruben is here 7 minutes after it started. I love that. I love you guys that stick with me. Jake Cash, my dad started a diet this year, and I believe has lost 30 pounds. He cut out pretty much all carbs and sugars. That's good. That's a good way to start. Just be careful, because eventually you are going to have to put that stuff back into your diet. We're doing kind of a modified Atkins where we cut back on the carbs, but we don't cut them totally out of our diet. And you can actually keep carbs if you're smart about it. Like, I get the Nature's Own honey wheat bread, which is only 40 calories a slice, and it's also a fairly low carb bread. The way they do that is it's not a very dense bread. It's actually very light, but it's good enough for things like breakfast sandwiches, anything with cold cuts. Probably wouldn't want to make French toast out of it, because it would probably fall apart. But for most things, it works just fine. All right, we're starting to drop off here. I'm going to end the live stream because, again, my voice is cutting out. People are leaving. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. I think this experiment was... Say goodbye.
Bye.